Hey guys, so this is a bit of an interesting development we have here. So generally what happens with VJump is between the 16th and the 18th of each month, we typically get leaks for VJump. That's nothing new. It's been happening for years at this point for everything that's in VJump. But we typically get text leaks before we actually get images from the magazine itself, before we get scans, before we get physical, images that are leaked on Twitter or whatever. So looks like this month we have the start of what seems to be the leaks here. And this image started popping up on Twitter. I am jumping on this right away because this could potentially be something major. But keep in mind, before we even jump into this video, this could be just a bunch of nothing, right? That's always possible. So keep that in the back of your mind. But this image is started floating around here. So this is a cell, right? I mean, let me pull up the image in a separate window so we can see it more magnified and bigger here. So initially, upon first glance, this looks like it could potentially be a Dragon Ball Legends piece of artwork here. It's a very similar style. It's more so like heavily shaded. There's it's just the same style as Legends, right? I mean, you take a look at a piece of Legends art. Like you can even pull up the roster here and go to a cell in Legends, like the new LF cell that just came out. This one over here. Let me go to I don't know. Let's go to Cell Saga. The same style can be seen across like all these different cell units, right? I mean, compare this like style of art to this, it's very similar. So upon an initial glance, this looks like it could be Dragon Ball Legends art, but this is not for Dragon Ball Legends. Number one, there's not just this one cell, right? There's other cells that are on the sides of this guy, right? I mean, there's one over here, there's one over here, and then there's one over here. I don't know if they're all like separate cell. Like this could be the same as this one over here, but there's definitely multiple cells on this image. And then there's also the fact that there's this, which seems to be the title of whatever this is. So what it seems like to me is this could potentially be a brand new Dragon Ball game. Now we don't really have any information to go off of. There's very little text available on the screen. This right here, Shugeki Seo, is like, raid. That's what that means. Shugeki is like a raid. It says raid right here. And this Dragon Ball, I mean, this is obviously Dragon Ball something Ers. That's what I think the title of this game will be, because it's also in Japanese here in the bottom. You can just barely see the Z at the bottom here. It's cut off. There's some piece of information we can break down from this, but again, it's very limited. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys everything we know so far about what this looks like to me is a potential new game. So I don't want to jump the gun, but this seems to be a new game from the very limited info that we have. Shutsugeki Seo along with the raid on the bottom right, in combination with what looks like the title on the left, which is this. I think it will be called Dragon Ball Raiders, but we will see soon. So that's what again, it's not official, that's what I'm guessing, just based off of the fact that Shutsugeki is basically means to raid. There's a raid here, and it looks like this could be the end of the word Raiders here. So that's my prediction for this. The small descriptions in the bottom left and bottom right of the image also, so that's like, this portion here and this portion over here, seem to be describing what the game is. There will be survivors and an Oni. So let me just go back and show you what that means. So this kanji right here is Oni. Or the person who is it, like a game of tag. So the word tag, like the game tag where somebody's like chasing everybody else, it's called, the way you say that in Japanese is Onigokko. So they use the word Oni here, and they talk about the role of the Oni, which is the role of the person who's it. And they also talk about survivors, right? It mentions survivor right here, and it mentions survivor right here. And it looks like the role of the Oni's job is to raid the survivors. That's what it sounds like to me. It actually sounds very similar to Dead by Daylight, if you guys are familiar with that game, where basically you have one killer, and you have 4 survivors, and it's the job of the killer to sort of chase the survivors and I guess like just kill them and stop them from like escaping and stuff like that. That's to me what this game sounds like. It sounds like there's going to be, I mean, there's the word split up right here. There's one raider. That's what it sounds like. So the Onigoku is going, or the Oni, the person who's it, is going to be raiding the survivors. And that's pretty much all we really know about what's going on in this game right now. The only other thing to mention too about this is if we take a look over here, it says 1 and Steam. So there's not really much to go off of, except for the fact that it looks like whatever game this is looks like it'll be on Xbox One and Steam. And that's pretty telling because already we know this game is going to be on multiple consoles. And I made a comment here, we also know the game is coming to Xbox One and Steam, making me think that this could potentially be handled similarly to Pokemon Unite, where you can access the game across different consoles, as well as mobile, which is interesting because if you guys are familiar with Pokemon Unite, it initially launched exclusively on the Switch, but then later on it got a release on mobile, so you can actually play the game on the Switch and Google Play, or on your Android device or Apple device or iPhone, or whatever. So you can actually play the game, I believe, on the Switch, and you can have people in your game that are playing the game with you on mobile. So to me, that's a very modern way of creating a game like this, and especially a game like Dragon Ball, where there's such a wide variety of different people that want to play a game like this. Having the game accessible to multiple consoles as well as mobile, it just makes the game way more accessible, and it'll make people have more fun, I feel like, but we'll see. Again, this doesn't confirm mobile. All we see is Xbox One and Steam, and that's pretty much all the information we have. I mean, you also have this small image right here that's, I assume it's a gameplay image, right? It's Cell, looks like he's attacking some person, right? I assume this guy is going to be one of the quote-unquote survivors. This Cell is going to be the Oni, or the one that is raiding the survivors. So in Dead by Daylight terms, it's going to be the Cell is the killer, and then these these normal people are the survivors. And I guess that's really what this game is going to be about. But there's really not much else to go off of here. I mean, a new Dragon Ball game is definitely good. I think it is safe to assume that this is going to be a new Dragon Ball game. I can't really think of any Dragon Ball game off the top of my head that this would be. I mean, it's not Xenoverse, it's not Fighters, it's not Legends, definitely not Dokkan. So I don't know. It's not Heroes, right? I don't think this is anything that we've seen before previously. So this is definitely an exciting time. I assume V-Jump, the full leaks and the full scans will start to release today and tomorrow. So I will be watching like a hawk over Twitter to see if anything else comes up. And as soon as something does, as soon as we get more info on whatever this might potentially be, I will make sure to let you guys know. But to me, I am pretty convinced that this is going to be a new game. And I think what's going to happen is this is probably going to be called Dragon Ball Raiders. And to me, it seems very similar to Dead by Daylight, where you can play it across a multitude of consoles, and then hopefully mobile as well, so that it's just as accessible as possible to a bunch of people. So let me know what you guys think about this. Definitely pretty exciting news, and I will see you guys all in the next one.